A Serbian-Indian game company called Moonbird Studios announced in 2016 that they're working on Columnae, a past under construction, a story-heavy point-and-click adventure that is non-linear and set in a post-apocalyptic steampunk world. There will be puzzles, quests, and riddles with alternative solutions that make up the point-and-click component of Columnae. Though, there will also be choices you make that affect which opportunities come to you as the story progresses, and which ones become unavailable as a result of your choices, resembling the structure of visual novels in that regard. How you respond to dilemmas will influence the relationships your character has with others, the solutions you devise throughout your adventure, and the overall subplots you engage in. There are 8 endings that depict how the world is impacted by your decisions, but the ways in which you can activate these endings are plentiful. Each route you play is self-contained, which means that none of the routes bleed into each other in any way. Another interesting aspect of Columnae is the idea that all the chapters are played out of order. What you do in a route changes the backstory, personality, and motivations of your character, as well as the actions they'll take in the future. Because of this, you'll also witness different versions of the NPCs you meet at varying times in every route. As for the game's setup, we have 2 classes of people divided from each other, with the rich living in Deus and the poor living in Columnae. Deus dwellers sustain themselves by using a machina that extracts resources for them from Columnae. The poverty-stricken commoners, meanwhile, are unable to enter Deus, and don't appear to be getting along with the cliffhangers. Literally, people hanging around near cliffs. If that wasn't enough, they're afflicted by rampant corruption, power struggles, and ill-meaning political agendas. What will become of this society? What will, or rather can, happen when players interact with the system? We'll just have to sit tight before we can find out, although interested players can get a glimpse of what to expect in the finished product. There's been no word on when Columnae is releasing, but it will be playable on Windows, Mac, and Linux. So far, there's a free demo available for all those platforms in both English and German. As for my first impressions from the demo, I did not expect Columnae to be as hilarious as it is, considering the premise. No fourth wall exists, as this game completely smashes it down before it even starts. It manages to be both self-aware and a poke of fun at the player. As promised, you get a variety of dialogue choices whenever you interact with another character, and choosing a certain combination of responses unlocks silly, though crucial, story and puzzle-related information that will help you learn about and understand the world you are in better, as well as revealing clever hints on how to solve problems. It's creative and clearly well thought out. This game is more interactive than your usual point-and-click adventure, in the sense that you actually have to grab items you acquire from your inventory and drag them to context-sensitive objects and people. There's even funny dialogue you get if you use the wrong items. I found myself wanting to try out every single item, everywhere, and selecting every possible combination of dialogue just to read the reaction of both the protagonist and the NPCs. It's all really amusing and engaging, and I'm excited for the full version of this game to be released. It's visually appealing, full of character, and contains a whole lot of lore just waiting to be unraveled. I'm definitely buying it, and I don't see why you should skip out on it. Check out the developer's Kickstarter in the description below if you'd like to read more about the project, as they do provide updates every so often. And back them up if you can.